Last episode, you remember we swapped over all the parts from the other door, put a new door handle on, got the scuffs off that rear bumper, with the help of Brittany, of course. And then we had to focus on the G6 and get that body control module to fix our backup lights. Then we went and picked up the fender we bought, and then looked for any other parts we may find in the other Eclipse they had in the yard. Then almost walked away with a dual exhaust bumper, which I've always wanted but needed too much work. Then we got home, started putting the fender on, and getting that all squared away. And then that's where Eclipse looked like after. So we're hoping we pass the inspection. And then, of course, the body control module did not work, so we needed a transmission control module. We'll see if that helped the cause. Okay, so we're back at Pull Apart. We came to grab some clips. We needed some clips before we went for the inspection. Make sure everything is tightened down. I don't want to take any chance that I gotta come do this again. So, but I did find something. Let me show you this. Oh, this thing's got coilovers on it. Check this out. So they are Rev G Hyper Street Performance Suspension. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take these for sure. So after looking them up online, I found that these exact coilovers are worth about $500, and they're only about $200 here at Pull Apart. So no, it's definitely worth it. Somebody took one of them. I thought we had all four. I got really excited. Oh well, move on. You know, sometimes people do stuff in the back. So let's see if we can lift this up. Yep, unfortunately not. The strut is not in here. Woo-hoo. Check in here real quick. Let's go on the other side. Yeah, guys, I think we're taking an L on this one. That sucks. That really sucks. Okay, and I think we did just get lucky. Check this out. Guess look what I found. There's our other coilover. What the heck is it doing down there? What the? Get this out of here. Look at that. I don't know if this thing's any good, but I think it's worth a shot, right? I think so. Okay, so we left Pull Apart. I didn't end up getting the struts. They're just a little too expensive. And then I realized too that, well, I have a V6, so it's gonna be heavier on the front with the bigger engine, so I need different struts. Just as I was on my way home from Pull Apart, I got a call from my mom saying that she needed me to go down to Georgia with my stepdad and pick up the new RV that they just purchased, so they could visit my brother in South Carolina. And they wanted me to give it a good check over to make sure that it was good to go. So I started looking to see if there was anything that I could bring back while I'm down there. And I came across this 2007 Ford Focus, and it only had 58,000 miles, so I was definitely interested. Then the next morning, we were headed off to get the car and the camper. After 12 hours, we got to the car, and yes, we bought it. Headed back home to Cleveland, Ohio from Atlanta, Georgia. Well, technically it's Beaufort, but it's close enough. We're going to drive this 58,000 mile Ford Focus back. First, we got to pick up the RV that my stepdad is buying for my mom, which is the reason why we came down here. So we're going to go check that out, hopefully pick that up, and then hit the road and go home. Then we got to the RV, and, well, we bought that too. So I'm stopping at Express Oil Change, get an oil change before we make this 12-hour drive. Alright, well, I'm at AutoZone. I'm getting all the stuff I need for my trip. Alright, so for the trip, I got some coolant, I got some oil, some power steering fluid, and a charger. So you never know what you're gonna need when you go on a 12-hour trip. And before we head out, it is time to get some free air at the Cutie gas station before we hit the road. Okay, so I just woke up. We're in West Virginia, just getting back to the car now. Grab some coffee, grab some breakfast. But before we head out for the last 5 hours, we're gonna check the fluid, make sure everything's good. Check the oil. Oh yeah, we got oil. Yep, we're good. We got coolant. Oil's good. So I say we hit the road. Once I started on my way home for the final few hours, Brittany called me to let me know the good news that she had passed the inspection for the Eclipse. So I do have a valid rebuilt title, and I can drive this car on the road now, and I'm so happy that that's over with. So we finally got it home, and there she is. Well, we drove 12 hours. It's time to give her a nice buff and detail. Okay, and now, you know what, it's not perfect, but it's definitely better. I mean, you can see, definitely better. All right, my next goal on this side is to get, you see all this stuff, like, ew, look at that. This little swipe right here. I obviously can't get the little ding out, but I can definitely make this look a lot better. It's looking a little grody right now. Yeah, this whole side needs a whole lot of loving. It's pretty bad. Okay, so it's definitely looking better, but we still got this stuff right here. It's gone over here, but we still got this. And then I want to try and see if I can get this out too. So let's give another go with the buffer. All right, guys, look at that. Looking a lot better. Wow, much better. I'm very happy with how we did this. Awesome. Okay, guys, here's the final product. I mean, this thing is looking so much better. I mean, look at that. This is actually kind of cool little base model Ford Focus. Like, it's not bad. Okay, guys, so we got interior all cleaned up, got the exterior buffed out. So now it's time to go ahead and replace the little odds and end interior pieces that we need to replace. We're going to pull apart for those. So we need another vent right there. The one over there is broken. We also need the button for the shifter that goes in when you press it. What else? Oh, we also need a new mirror because this one is just ugly. And then we also need a new armrest. We're asking $6,000 for this car, so it's got to feel like a $6,000 car. With these things, I just feel like it really doesn't. So it's worth the extra few bucks to, you know, fix all that. So we're gonna go ahead and pull apart right now and go grab those things. On our way to pull apart, we decided to drop off the Focus at Frank's so he could look at the ABS and the brake light that are on, so we could hopefully get these off. All right. Okay, and now we are at Frank's, so we're dropping the car off. All right, we're back at pull apart, and we need a couple parts for our Ford Focus. Here's one that has some thing that we need is these vents right here. One's missing in our Focus, and the other one is busted. But for $6,000, I feel like, you know, it doesn't look too good if you have broken, missing vents. So we're gonna go ahead and replace them and up the value of our car. These are pretty easy to get out. And one out. Got the other one. Okay, and we also got a shift button here, so we're gonna go ahead and use this and put it on our car. All right, and we found a mirror. It does have a little aging there, but definitely better than the other one. So I'm gonna grab this for now until I find another one because it's really easy to pull off, and I'll make sure I come home with something. Okay, so I don't need the whole shifter. I figure out how I can just pull this guy out and put it in with the spring, and it's really easy, just snaps right in. So we don't need that whole shifter, which is gonna be nice. It'll be a lot easier. All right, and we need this guy. All I did was pop this little door off in the back, and we're gonna get at it. Okay, and it should be able to go. And we got ourselves an armrest. Awesome. And look at that. That is a perfect mirror. So we're definitely gonna grab that for sure, 100%. So let's do it. All right, and there is our mirror. Beautiful. Huh. So I ended up finding a Chipotle gift card and a Starbucks gift card. I called. I mean, it was worth a shot, but obviously there's nothing on it. But you never know. One day you might just have a junkyard finds other than parts and other rusty stuff. But yeah, maybe one day I'll find a gift card money on it. On the way back from pull apart, we swapped out the Eclipse for the Focus and dropped off the O2 sensors with the Eclipse so Frank could put those in. I went to the title bureau today and I went to transfer the title. But as you see right there, there's an issue at the top there. At the end of the first VIN there, somebody finished off the VIN with a written 4, which I'm not sure why, but because of that, I couldn't get the title. So I had to talk to the guy, call Georgia. The guy said he's try to get a new title, so I'm hoping he pulls through and I can get it before I can sell this car, because without this title, I can't. There's nothing I can do with it. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, so we got our parts. I got my armrest, so we're gonna go ahead and remove this one. It's pretty easy, guys. You saw me do a pull apart. We'll do it in a couple seconds. Okay, and there's our old armrest. All right, we gotta get this little thing right here to slide into right there. All right, screws here. So let's go ahead and put that in there too. Let's go ahead and get this guy off. All right, it just literally slides off with a little bit of effort, but look how bad that is. Garbage. And our new mirror. All right, that one's in. And our new vents are now in. Well, that's it for this episode. So in this episode, we almost bought some junkyard coilovers from Pull Apart, which I was pretty excited about. We did not end up pulling the trigger on those. We ended up taking a trip to Georgia to go pick up a RV for my stepdad and my mom. And while I was down there, I picked up a 58,000 mile Ford Focus, which we then brought back, started getting all ready to go for a sale by buffing the outside, detailing the inside, replacing a bunch of interior trim parts, getting oil change on it when I was down in Georgia, and then taking it to Frank for the brake light. So we're getting that all ready to go so we can make some money selling that. But then we also found out that while I was in Georgia, I passed the inspection for the Eclipse GT that I've been working on, replacing the fender and the door. And now I can drive it, so you know, hopefully keep progressing on the improvements on that car. You know, in the next episode, you'll see where we go with that. But we've been busy, so I'm excited for next episode. There'll be a lot going on, so check us out then. Thanks a lot.